just for fun, but the edit turned out insane. Jungkook suddenly looks too deadly. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Kpop Update, your go-to channel for the latest, hottest, and most viral news from the world of K-pop. Hello, K-pop lovers. ARMY, get ready. Because today, we're talking about something that actually started with something incredibly simple. It's not about a comeback. It's not about a massive concert. And it's not even about an official stage performance. This time, everything started with just one thing. An edit. Yes, just an edit for practice. At first, nobody probably expected the final result to look like this. The intention was simply to have some fun. Just trying out a few transitions. Testing some effects. Matching the clips to the beat. Maybe adding a little slow motion. A little zoom. Some color grading. And, of course, choosing a few Jungkook moments that looked perfect for editing. But then, the final result turned into something completely beyond expectations. Jungkook suddenly looked way too deadly. And that's where things became interesting. Because sometimes, when an editor is simply experimenting without putting too much pressure on themselves to create something perfect, their creativity can come out in the most unexpected way. And that's exactly what happened with this Jungkook edit. At first, it was probably just a small experiment. But the more elements were added, the more it became obvious that Jungkook has something that makes almost any kind of edit look even more captivating. His expressions, his eyes, the way he moves, his smile, the way he looks at the camera. Even moments when he's simply standing still can somehow look like a scene from a movie. And when all of that is combined with the right editing, the result becomes completely different. ARMY already knows that Jungkook has incredibly powerful visuals. But there's something special when those visuals are combined with the right editing techniques. One expression can suddenly feel more intense. One movement can feel more dramatic. One glance can look as if Jungkook is staring directly at the viewer. And when the beat drops, and the transition hits at exactly the right moment, boom! The entire atmosphere changes. Jungkook, who originally looked like someone simply appearing in an ordinary video, suddenly becomes the center of attention. And maybe that's exactly why edits like this can make ARMY say, "This is just a practice edit? Seriously?" Because the final result looks like an edit that was carefully planned from the very beginning. And the funniest part, everything started with the words, "just for fun." But apparently, the editor's idea of just for fun was way too dangerous. It started as just a little experiment. Imagine an editor opening their editing software. A Jungkook video is ready. The music has been selected. Then the editor starts cutting a few clips. There's no huge goal. No massive plan to create something extraordinary. Just experimenting. Maybe they want to learn how to make smoother transitions. Maybe they want to try a velocity effect. Maybe they want to experiment with slow motion. Or maybe they simply want to make a short video that looks cool. But after finishing one section, the editor looks at the result. Then thinks, maybe it would look even better with one more effect. So another effect gets added. Then another idea appears. What if this part was in slow motion? Added. Then another thought. What if the beat gets faster right here? Added again. And before they know it, that simple edit starts developing into something much bigger. One effect becomes 2. 2 become 5. 5 become 10. And suddenly, Jungkook is inside an edit that looks incredibly intense. This is the danger of being an editor and saying, "Let me just add one more effect." Because we all know, one more effect is never actually just one more effect. Jungkook is simply too perfect for edits. One reason this edit feels so powerful is because Jungkook naturally has so many moments that work with different editing styles. Want something powerful? He can do it. Want something soft? He can do it. Want something funny? Absolutely. Want something elegant? Of course. And if you want an edit that makes ARMY completely lose focus? Well, Jungkook can do that too. Jungkook has incredibly versatile expressions. 1 second, he can be smiling sweetly. The next second, his expression can become serious. Then suddenly, he's smiling again. And those tiny changes are incredibly valuable for an editor. Because editing isn't only about adding effects. It's also about how an expression is presented to the audience. When an expression is cut at exactly the right moment. When the music beat hits at the same time as a change in his expression. When the camera zooms in at the perfect moment. A simple moment can suddenly become incredibly dramatic. And that's exactly what happens here. Jungkook's eyes become the main problem. Now let's talk about one of the most dangerous parts. Jungkook's eyes. ARMY already knows. Sometimes Jungkook doesn't even need an effect to make the timeline go crazy. No transition. No special effects. Nothing. Just Jungkook looking toward the camera. That's it. But when that stare is slowed down, then the camera slowly zooms in. And the beat suddenly drops. The result becomes several times more intense. And this is where the edit that started as simple practice suddenly begins to look incredibly professional. Jungkook's eyes become the center of the entire video. The viewer is immediately drawn toward his gaze. Then the transition moves with the music. And before we even have time to process what just happened, Jungkook appears again with a completely different expression, and that's what makes this edit so fun to watch. It's not just about his visuals, but how the editor combines music, transitions, slow motion, and timing to make every moment feel more dramatic. From one transition to another. One moment, Jungkook is smiling. Then the music builds, the screen changes, and suddenly his expression becomes much more intense. Even in just a few seconds, the combination of visuals, music, movement, and transitions can create a cinematic effect. Jungkook looks completely different. The edit doesn't change Jungkook. It simply highlights the different sides he already has. Playful. Cool. Soft. Powerful. And because Jungkook already has incredible expressions and charisma, even a simple edit can look amazing. ARMY starts replaying. Of course, once an edit like this appears, ARMY starts noticing every little detail. His eyes. His smile. His hair. His expressions. Someone might say, I'll watch it once. And 5 minutes later, they're still replaying it. Face with tears of joy. What started as practice looks professional. The funniest part is that this was only meant to be a practice edit. But somehow, the result looks carefully planned. Every beat matches. Every transition feels intentional. And every Jungkook moment becomes even more captivating. It's basically, we were just practicing, but this became way too good. Face with tears of joy fire. Jungkook plus slow motion. Slow motion makes simple movements feel more cinematic. A head turn, a smile, a walk, or even a glance toward the camera can suddenly feel much more powerful. And with Jungkook's aura, the effect becomes even crazier. If this is just practice. Now comes the big question. If this was only a practice edit, what would happen if the editor actually got serious? With a carefully planned concept, perfect music, and even more creative transitions, the result could be absolutely insane. In the end, Jungkook already has the visuals, expressions, and charisma. The editor simply brought everything together. So, was this really just a practice edit? Because if it was, ARMY might already be the next victim. Which part do you think is the craziest? His eyes, smile, movements, slow motion, or transitions? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell for more K-pop updates. See you again in the next video, only on Kpop Update.